Well, hello. Of course, I posted a video 2 days ago, but I thought I'd do another one, basically talking about more general things. Well, it's been really cold. It has. I mean, I've had my heating on every day so far this year. Heating bills went up again. That's the second time in a row they've gone up after they were coming down. And of course the government did a fucking stupid thing, cutting heating allowance for pensioners and, I mean, of course I didn't vote Labour, I voted Reform UK in the hope that they'd finish second ahead of the Conservatives, because it was obvious that Labour were going to win the election. I've always voted Labour. But the only trouble is, Keir Starmer Keir Starmer seems to be just as out of touch with ordinary folk as what the Conservatives were. Because the trouble is, he's had a privileged upbringing, you see, as Keir Starmer. People with privileged upbringings don't know what it's like to struggle and, have to scrimp and save. That's why we need a government who are in touch with ordinary people, basically. In fact, I think Yorkshire should have its own government, because Yorkshire, North, South, East and West Yorkshire combined, sorry about that, I've just got a bit of phlegm in my throat, but it's clear now. So Yorkshire, North, South, East and West Yorkshire combined has got about the same population as Scotland, so it's basically like a country in itself, basically, whole of Yorkshire. So we should have our own government with Yorkshire folk. Exactly, so I think government parliament should be abolished and the counties in this country should have all their own governments, mini governments, instead of a government running the whole country. I think the country would be in a better state if that were the case. But anyway, last person to enter Parliament with honest intentions was Guy Fawkes. Of course, it wasn't right what he was going to do, but he was honest about it there. When he was asked what that gunpowder was for, he just said, "I'm going to blow these bastards to kingdom come." So at least he was honest about his intentions. He was more honest than any politician's ever been. So, you can't take that away from him. Even if what he was going to do would be classed as an act of terrorism, you can't take that away from him. Yeah. But anyway, it's been cold, but it's going to get milder. It said next week the temperature might be in double figures next week. So it's going to be in double figures, the temperature. So that's what it said, yeah. So, and a bit of snow's falling in Bridlington. I don't like snow, especially when it turns to ice and it goes all slippery. I don't like it at all. So, well, it said it's going to reach 6 degrees in Brid tomorrow, so, and be sunny, so hopefully that'll melt a lot of the snow. Yeah. Good. Like I said, I've been having my heating on every day this year, so, yeah. But anyway, I just finished watching Top Gear again before now. Of course, like I said, Jeremy Clarkson's most recent show was Clarkson's Farm. Of course, as I said in my last video, that Clarkson's Farm, I've watched every episode of it twice because I liked it so much. I like the people in it as well. I mean, Caleb Cooper. I mean, no nonsense. I mean, him and Jeremy have had a lot of arguments, of course, difference of opinion, but overall they get on really well. Likewise, Gerald Cooper, who's no relation to Caleb, he just has the same last name as him. I mean, he was 74 years of age in the third series of Clarkson's farm. 74, and yet he was still working his backside off for several hours every day, long after most folk have retired, Farmers are such hard-working people. I knew farming wasn't an easy job, but Clarkson's farm just basically brought home out how difficult it is. And farmers hardly make any profit either, which, it's not right. I mean, I tell you, if jobs in this country were paid on how hard a person works, farmers would be just about the highest paid folk in the country. But unfortunately it don't work like that. People should definitely be paid on how hard they work, rather than the type of job they do. Should be at how hard they work. Said if that were the case, farmers would just about be the highest paid folk in the country. But, well, because in his first series he made a profit of 144 quid in a year. Without how hard they work, barely make any profit. However, Clarkson's farm also has a lot of humour in, which is good. It's very light-hearted, despite bringing home the harsh reality of farming, and how much they, how little they earn, despite how hard they work, and and of course, like I was saying about Caleb and Jeremy, Caleb and Gerald, they've got really strong West Country accents. They talk like this, and, "Oi, Jeremy! What's my bit of farm you doing there? I told you to do it that way, and you don't even listen to me." Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I tried to do a West Country accent, but it probably sounds awful, but I'm not very good at doing accents. I am very good at a Yorkshire accent, but that's my natural accent, so that's only to be expected. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I can't wait till they make a season 4 and a season 5 of Clarkson's Farm. I'm really looking forward to it. I am, indeed. Looking at the temperature on my computer, it said it's -1 outside. Oh, yeah. It's going to be colder tonight than it was last night even. Although it is going to get milder tomorrow, reach 6 degrees. That's about 3 degrees up on today. Like I say, hopefully that'll melt some of the snow. Although next week it's going to be in double figures, so it's going to be a lot milder next week, which is good. It'll save us money on heating bills, because I've had to have my heating on every night basically this year. So so at least I can afford to pay for my heating. But even so, I think electricity companies are ripping us off. They need to lower prices, because they make enough profit anyway, so that the lower prices, and they'd still make more than enough profit. They make more than enough profit even without the high prices. So yeah, it's like brings me on to the wildfires that have happened in Los Angeles at the moment. I mean, that's terrible. People have lost their homes in California basically because of the wildfires. I mean, all homes and buildings have just been reduced to ash. I mean, those wildfires are burning at 1,000 degrees centigrade. That's as hot as molten lava, so they'll burn anything they touch, basically. It's horrible what's happening. Of course, there's nothing we can do about it, but, it's part of climate change. I mean, people feel so threatened by Greta, but Greta Thunberg, she knows exactly what she's talking about. Climate change is a real thing, and it has far-reaching consequences, you know, so exactly. So that's what happens, I mean. So we don't realise how lucky we have it in this country. We don't get wildfires in this country, or, well, yeah, we get flooding and things, but we don't get tornadoes or wildfires or earthquakes hardly, so we're one of the lucky countries, really, so yeah, it's true, you know. There's a lot of shit happening in the world. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful world we live in, but there's also a lot of ugliness in the world as well, unfortunately. A lot of dishonest people who step on others to get ahead and all that, and, you know. I mean, I've always been an honest person, me. What you see is what you get with me. But loads of people in this world are just fake and false and, you know, say one thing to your face, another behind your back. What I think, I say it to your face. Exactly. People are too easily offended these days because they're not used to hearing the truth. But if everybody was honest all the time, I don't think people would get offended because everybody would be used to hearing the truth. So, exactly. But anyway, I'll probably talk about all this in a future video. I'll probably post another video before long. Anyway, I've run out of things I want to say, so I'll love you and leave you, and I'll make another video probably a couple of days, yeah. But until then, bye and look after yourselves, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon.